I just wanted to say that that happens a lot when you say, "I'm gonna do this cosplay and I'm gonna leave the cosplaying after one or after the second," and I say the same. In 10 years, I'm still here.
Yeah, it's 10 years and I'm still here as well.
No,
And after like costumes,
no.
sometimes, especially if you're con crunching, that really takes a toll and you do really feel like quitting, but you end up in the same tracks all over again.
Yeah, I've recently decided to kind of stop with the master competition and con crunching and big projects, but at the same time, I'm just sitting there like, but I really want to make this armor, please. But we'll see what happens. We'll see. I'm on a semi-retirement.
Well,
My retirement.
I believe was it last year or a year before I did a speech panel about con crunch and mental health in cosplay. And basically, I did some research. I spoke a lot from my own personal experience. But from what I've gathered from my friends and all over cosplayers that I've met in the long 10 years of cosplay, is basically the joy of cosplay could really get messed up if you consistently con crunch for every single convention, for every single competition. So, and I tested it on myself when I stopped crunching, like and forcing myself to finish a costume for a certain convention. I fell in love with the hobby all over again, and it was really, really relaxing just to go to a day before the convention, to your Airbnb and just chill, explore the town, vibe, maybe talk with friends and have some fun instead of like stressing over your cosplay. Like it was so refreshing to go with the finished costume and everything goes right.
That is exactly what I realized last year. I just felt like I needed to go back to remembering why I started cosplaying in the first place. The joy of hanging out with your friends, the feeling of accomplishment when you actually managed to sew something or fix that wig. And I kind of forgot that for a bit, so I just need to relax and take a break. And now I'm focusing mostly on giving that experience to my students instead.
Yeah, that's, I think, very healthy way to do it.
In part, this is the purpose of this show. If you notice, I'm never going to ask about negative stuff or about gossip or about things that might be depressing stuff that some other people like to talk about. So that's why I started asking, what's the most outrageous thing you've done on stage? And I'm not going to ask you personal questions either. Andres, by the way, what's the most outrageous thing you've done on stage?
I guess going back to the first time I entered the contest of cosplay, I didn't know I was capable of doing so. Like I said, it was a Link cosplay from the Legends of Zelda. I didn't expect that there were other Zelda cosplayers there, but I was the red one. Then I found a green one, then a blue one. And we got together to perform on stage without knowing what was going to happen. So, yeah, we decided a choreography, improvised, very improvised. But yeah, we get the applause from the people, and I really liked it that time. Didn't know what to expect, and it went very well at the end. And I had another chance, but it was with you actually, when there was your foreigner cosplayer. You were Lloyd, I was Lloyd, and we divided one door into two Lloyds. Yeah, I do remember that time.
That was a chaotic count, but the nature of that specific festival is kind of chaotic. The organizer, who is also the announcer, is very chaotic and very. He does things as soon as he thinks about them. So that was actually a cosplay contest, but all categories were all mixed together. So Andres was with his own your forger, but I came totally alone. So I was in the singles category while he was in the duo category, and we were all together on the same stage, and no, there was no problem about it.
Yeah, and don't forget that your forger was my wife, so I had to share my wife with Dimas. Don't take me wrong in the stage, just in the stage.
Okay, my PC is back online. I'm gonna try to bring back my actual camera. There we are. Yeah.
Elevator music.
I have to exchange cameras. I cannot have both at the same time.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Yes.
My hands free. If you ask me, the most outrageous moment I can think of on stage was the first time I wore my Mr. 47 costume. I had a friend who volunteered to be my victim. By the way, recently I've been noticing that there are new rules on the cosplay contest that didn't exist back then. For example, one of the rules is that you're not allowed to jump off the stage. I've never jumped off the stage, but I have tossed a friend off the stage.
Buddy, move.
If you have played Hitman, you know that it's a good practice to get rid of the evidence.
Oh, yeah.
Good point.
True.
So once I executed my friend, the easiest way of hiding the body was to throw it off the stage.
Just gently hiding the evidence.
Exactly.
Very subtle.
Yes,
and the crowd went wild.
I mean, that's just staying canon to character, and then yeah, couldn't agree more. Especially when I finished all the games myself, so that brings memories.
Me too.
I mean, I did once jokingly flirt with the judges. It was kind of a callback to a friend of mine who actually did flirt with the judges in a competition. And it landed them third place. She was playing a Disney prince. And in my performance, I was playing Hiccup from How to Train Your Dragon. So I jokingly said that I would never, ever flirt with the judges because only Disney princes do that. Unless you really want me to flirt. If that helps, then I will flirt, of course. And they like that. I got second place up for it.
Good.
Okay. When I have an international episode, I like asking, what's the farthest from home you've ever been in cosplay?
I don't believe I've ventured too far. I primarily stayed in Europe, but let's see, my geography is not great. So I've been to Latvia, I've been to Germany, and I've been to United Kingdom.
I assume the farthest is the United Kingdom.
I believe so, yes. But I'll see what the future holds, and hopefully I'll get to venture out even to Spain and French conventions because I heard really good things about those.
All right.
Well, I've been to Sweden, Denmark, England, Germany, and France, but the last two were not And I went to a convention, but it had nothing to do with cosplay because it was right before I started cosplaying. But yeah, what would be the furthest? I guess France.
The cosplay part is just an excuse. The thing is that I like traveling, so when I'm not able to travel, I still like talking about travel. So that's the excuse.
I mean, I've traveled a lot, but
yeah, same. But just in
going
cosplay,
to a
just those.
convention, then would
same
probably
here.
be France. It was actually my very first convention. That was a very surreal experience. I got food poisoning. It was not a lot of fun.
Oh, I've done that. I ended up in a hospital.
Oh no.
Yeah, I believe I was on the student exchange program, and we had a connecting flight in Germany because we were coming back from Romania. And we were landing from Romania in Germany, and I felt like something's off. And we landed. We had like about 4 or 6 hours to push until our flight home. And I'm standing in the queue to pass the security check to go to the gates and everything. And I feel like the world is not worlding. The floor became a marshmallow, and my brain just went out, and I just passed out on the spot. And apparently, I wake up, I see white all over, and I'm thinking, oh, that's it. I'm dead. Nope, it was just a German hospital.
Oh,
Yeah, and apparently it was a severe food poisoning. And they held me for 4 days before I could get back on track and, get back to Lithuania, where I'm from. So yeah, that was fun.
Oh, so much fun. It kind of ruined the whole like everybody loves Paris. After that experience, I did not.
Oh,
I did not want to go back. But it was my last day there, so I was already on my way home. By the time I got really sick, I was already home. But thankfully, I did not pass out and thought that I was gonna die. So I think you beat me.
That was not a competition I would like to win. Yeah.
Glad to say I'm in last place. The worst thing that has happened to me was that I actually had to call an ambulance, but I never got to the hospital. They just gave me a pill and sent me back home.
Oh, good for you. I'm jealous.
How about you, Andres?
well, I've been to Panama, but that's too close. Like our neighbor country. I was invited to an event, but I was a judge there, not a contestant, and I went to La Mole. It's a Mexican event with my wife as well. And the farthest, I believe it's Germany, but I wasn't in an event actually. I took my Airwing cosplay from Attack on Titan and went to a place called Nordlingen, where it was the inspiration for Isayama to create Attack on Titan. But yeah, it was so cool to dress up in the Airwing cosplay and have a few pictures. But yeah, that's my adventures so far into cosplay. In the future, let's see. I probably going to the US or the UK, where I've heard there are a lot of contests in those countries as well.
Yeah. I would really love to go to Fantasy Basel. Have either one of you, any of you, been there?
No, sadly, no.
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 I have friends who've been there, and I've heard so much fun about it, thinking that would be so cool.
Indeed.
So that's on my list. One day.
Most of my trips have been to either Northern Europe, United Kingdom. My first trip was to Panama, just like Andres. And the farthest has to be Estonia. This was a two-part question. What I would like to ask is, we already spoke about tragedies being abroad, but what I generally ask is, what's the funniest moment you remember while being abroad?
Oh, Lord.
Doing
Let me think
cosplay
about it. Someone else answer.
or just a trip?
Let's open it to any type of trip.
Right.
Okay, I have one. So right now it's funny, but before it wasn't, like while it was happening. So my mom once said that I have some sort of curse on me, that every time I go onto holiday, something happens to my health. So hear me out. So I went to Spain, Mallorca, and I had a grand time there. Like, it was 2 weeks long. I didn't take like a tourist trip. I just booked a hotel, booked a flight, and I said I'll wing it. So I go to the sea, I sunbathe, and I enjoy, and then I dive into the sea, and I really enjoyed my time. And then I come back in the evening, and my friend's like, "What's that on your forehead?" And there was like a big red circle, and it was like puffing up, and it started like swelling, and I'm like, I'm sure it's nothing. I probably like hit my head or sunburn or whatever, so this is fine. In the morning I wake up and my face is like swollen and I look like a dolphin, like there's like huge bump on my forehead, and I got worried. So I went to a local doctor, and the doctor was like, "So what happened? Tell me." And I'm like, "Yeah, well, this popped up. I don't know what to do." And he's like, "What have you been doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, I was diving in the sea and everything." And he's like, "Did you like go head down?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You probably got stung by the jellyfish." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" Yes, he said, "Do not dive into the sea. Like, there's jellyfishes, and people who dive like and get stung in the head normally don't come up after being stung." So, and I'm like, "Okay, so what do I do? Do I like have brain damage or something?" And he's like, "Nah, take 3 or 4 days, apply some cream, and then you'll be fine. Follow doctor's orders." I was fine, but I have a really funny story and a ridiculous picture where I'm red as a lobster because first things foremost, I bought a sunscreen, right? But I did not check that the how many milliliters it had inside. It was 105. And before, it used to be like they would take it away if it was above 100, even by 5 milliliters. And I'm like, "Well, this is fine. I'll buy it." And in Spain, I go to the local shop, and it's like 23 euros. And I'm like, "Are you mad?" So I'm like, "I'm sure I'm gonna be fine. The sun, it won't kill me." Yeah, I'm red as a lobster. I burned real bad. But now I have a cool story that you can survive a jellyfish. But the thing is, my mom also had a genius idea. So she's like, "You know what? You should really think about while traveling, getting like a health insurance in case something happens on you on travel, so you can get reimbursed and whatnot." And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And ever since I started doing that, no health problems, no incidents, no accidents. So I'm like, I'm purchasing my health and I'm happy to pay. Yeah, but I think I broke the curse with just a little bit of cash to the insurance company.
That's why I felt so confident when I called that ambulance, because I always pay for the health insurance.
Yeah, but when the jellyfish incident happened, I did not have the health insurance, so I paid out of pocket. Well, that's why I travel with a little rainy day fund, just in case something like that happens. Now I feel so much more secure, and I have so much fun.
Oh, I bet. I like that we went back to like health issues while
Yeah, I'm so sorry to drag it back. That was not my intention. Yeah, but and when cosplay, I do not have like something that would jump at me related to to funny accidents in cosplay. Not that
I
can
come in
remember.
later.
Yeah, but I'm sure that it will come to me. Right, passing the
sure.
microphone over.
I do remember a story now. It's not cosplay related, but it's convention related. It was my first time in Germany. I went to RingCon in Bonn. And what I didn't know was that, at least back then, this was like 2011, you could party with the guests.
Yeah.
So, and they would invite actors from Lord of the Rings, from several of my favorite TV shows and stuff like that. So at one point, we were dancing with Sala Baker, who played Sauron. He called me and my best friend the Crazy Norwegians, which we enjoyed. We also got really drunk, so it's probably why we were called crazy. And you should know my favorite show is Xena Warrior Princess. It's
Oh, that's a
my
good
all-time.
one.
It
I grew
is.
up with that.
Good one.
And two of the actors from the show were there, Renee O'Connor and Hudson Like. And Hudson Like doesn't drink, but she does know how to party, and she does love to dance and take over the whole dance floor.
Ooh.
And I'm shy. I do not dance. I cannot dance. So I just stood on the side with my drink and my friend's drink, because my friend decided to join the dance floor, and they had like a dance off while I'm just standing there like,
Oh,
okay,
that's so fun.
cool. It's like my dream to be to hang out with this person, and my friend just jumps in there. I'm just sitting like, yeah, cool. It was really fun though, and we had a really cool chat about it the next day. But I think that's like my most memorable experience at a convention, just getting to hang out with actors, stunt doubles, and everything. So much fun and so inspiring. Yeah.
That was so fine. I wish these actors come here to Costa Rica, like Renee O'Connor and
Same. I wish they would come to Norway.
Sheena.
Or Lithuania.
I can't afford to travel to other countries anymore. Please come here.
Yeah.
Oh, back in the good old days when we were still youthful.
What do you mean still? We still are.
I mean, my students call me older than the concept of time, so I'm just... If they call me old, I am old.
No, that's the point. Just a perception. It's just your students are inexperienced.
Thank you. I'm not even the oldest one there, and still they consider me the oldest. My boss is like, I don't know, 18 years older than me, and they're like, yeah, but you're still the oldest.
Oh no,
that's cruel.
At the same time, I call them my shit kids, so it's fine. It's fine.
The balance is maintained, I guess.
Exactly. I get to call them shit kids, they get to call me old. That's the deal.
All right.
In my case, I can think of several moments, cosplay related, cosplay unrelated, convention related, street related.
Well, give us a cosplay related, since neither one of us did one.
Okay, more than one of you have been in Germany at least once. So I'm gonna tell you about something that happened to me in Germany. I was cosplaying as Falco. I already showed you the amiibo. So that means that I was completely covered in a mask. Nobody could see my face. And there were a couple of Japanese tourists taking pictures. One of them at some point approached me, and with all the I don't know how if he had to get some courage for him to come to me, but he was like, "Can Foto zusammen. I was wearing a mask, so I only nodded. I said yes. Then, while I was posing next to him in front of the camera, I could tell that they were Japanese, but I wanted to confirm. So while we were posing next to the camera, I asked him, "Nihonjin desu ka?" And the whole group answered to me in German, "Ja, Japanisch. Dankeschön." Dude, I'm trying to communicate in Japanese because I have more chances of understanding you than in German.
Because so they were German, or did they try to communicate with you in German?
Yeah, I'm wondering that too.
No,
Were they Japanese German or German Japanese?
They talked among themselves. They were speaking Japanese. I was just at a distance, so I was trying to confirm. But you could tell they were that the stereotypical Japanese tourist in Germany.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
How about you?
I might have a couple experiences, but one was not cosplaying. I want to throw it here because whenever you go to a country that doesn't speak a lot of English, like me, that I went to Brazil, and I was thinking I went for work, but I was thinking everyone would speak English as well as me, trying to communicate with others, not in their native language, and I remember I was from the hotel to a pharmacy. We went shopping some things with my coworker, and I said, I want to go to the restroom right now, and he said, no, let's go there on the walk. And we were far from the hotel. But when we get there, I was like desperately need to go to the bathroom, the restroom or something. And I was asking the people, and they didn't know a word in English. So I said, where's the toilet? And another employee, where's the bathroom, restroom? They didn't understand. So I went to their supervisor, and I said the restroom, bathroom, and I said the Spanish word for bathroom, which is baño, and he said, "Oh, bañero, follow me over here." And I said, "What? They speak Spanish or a similar word?" And I all the time talking in English, but that happened to me in Brazil. So make sure you know the basic words to go to the bathroom, to ask for food or a taxi or anything when you are in a country like Brazil or even China, I guess.
So in other words, I should probably download Duolingo again, right?
Yeah. And later on, I went to China for work, and I was most prepared with my translator. But in China, they don't speak a lot of English. They use the translator, and you use the translator, and so on. It's a battle of cell phone there, translating things.
I do remember when I was in Paris, we tried to ask for directions once, and the guy we asked kind of looked at us so terrified, so scared of us because we were speaking in English. And he just slowly backed away as if we were threatening him, and then he ran. That was a great. That was in Paris. That was a great first experience. We struggled to get food because no one would want to talk to us, and we didn't. We didn't speak French, so we struggled.
I have one of my friends who's French, and she told me that French people can be very apprehensive of tourists because some tourists come in to steal from pockets, like pickpocketing. And that's why they're like, if anyone's, they can be apprehensive apparently if they hear English, and they are a little bit judgmental when someone tries to speak French because they're like, oh, your accent's bad, I'll just speak English then. So what do you want me to do? And she's like, just don't speak French to me. It hurts my ears. And I'm like, I got you, girly. No more. Say no more.
Exactly.
I'll
So we
stop.
didn't even try.
Yeah. And now I'm like, when I travel, I have a hack that I normally use is basically if I need something, for example, I need a toilet or a restroom. So I type into Google word toilet, please. And I just go up to the closest establishment that maybe have this amenity, and I'm like saying it in their language, like just two simple words, and it works like a charm. Nobody now it has any issues. They don't look at me like I have 3 heads growing out of me or something. So yeah, it's been a game changer.
Oh, that is
That's
a
a
simple
good
hack.
one. Now I'm gonna
Yeah.
copy that from you.
Yeah, same.
You're
I'll do that
welcome.
next time.
Yeah.
Never thought of that, actually.
Yeah, well, it made my life easier because when I was in Mallorca, like my Spanish is awful. Like what I know is from telenovelas, so it's not
Same.
yeah, and I just realized that it's not a great way to communicate, especially with the expressions that I've learned from those. So I just Google Translate that, and my life has been so much easier while traveling. I cannot share this enough.
The Spanish from
Yeah.
telenovelas is very dramatic. So
In a melodramatic way.
Yeah. Alejandro!
that's the one.
That is like every single telenovela I've ever watched. I watched exactly
Yeah.
too.
So when I was a child, there was like a regular television, like just a local, and they would have translated telenovelas, but it used to be at 3:00, like 3 p.m. every single day, like from Monday to Friday, and I turn on the telly. I don't care about anything. I'm doing my thing, like homework or whatnot, and then I hear Telemundo presenta, and I'm sprinting to watch those.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I've made that mistake of assuming that I can only communicate in English or the local language. In Germany, some people don't speak English. So you
A lot of
discard
them
immediately that they
don't.
might be
Mhm.
able
Yes.
to speak another language that's not English.
Yeah.
And there
Or
are
half
many
of
Germans
them
who
are
speak Spanish
shy.
and don't speak English, but I never assumed that.
Yeah. I most
I-
of the time try not to assume as well, but the thing with Germans, a lot of them, even though they know the language and they understand you, some of them are really shy to speak it because of the accent, and apparently that's quite normal. So I just go with the flow and I say, I'm sorry. Okay, I try to understand you as best I can, and then Google Translate comes and clutches me every time.
I remember I went to like a day trip to Germany once where I was gonna go to a leather store because I do work a little bit with leather. And I walk in there and I have a list of everything I need and I'm ready to speak with them in English. And of course, the sweet old lady looks at me like, please don't make me do it. Please don't.
Yeah,
Please don't."
that's
And
the
just
look
kinda-
they give
and
you.
just
Yeah.
kind of like, I'm begging you. And just points to everything they have. Just like, just go and
Yeah,
out
they
whatever you
rather
need.
have you like speak sign language, like point like I'm 4,
Yeah.
and give you puppy eyes of please don't hurt me, rather than just okay, and try to find middle ground. So I'm like, yeah, whatever floats your boat. Just going with the flow.
I felt so bad.
It does feel bad. And I had once a girly, like in German convention, and I was cosplaying, I believe, magical girl Mercy from Overwatch, the very first one, and it was like a fan art, and I had like nice wings and everything. She came up to me, and I'm like with stars and a lot of white, a lot of gold, and she's like, "Are you a tooth fairy?" And I'm like crying and inside that this is not my character, but I'm like, "Yes, sweetie. Are you losing one? I'll visit you." And she's like, "Can I have a picture? Then I want to show my friends that you're real." It broke me inside, but I was happy to do it. And I'm like, I was in
That is so
tears
sweet.
afterwards.
I am not crying.
It's so sweet. And that was one of the first times that my character got, misrecognized, I guess. But I just couldn't say no, because she had like the biggest, the bluest, doughy eyes ever, and little curly light hair, and she's like a tiny cutie, like a porcelain doll. And I just couldn't say, "No, actually, I'm just a pocket healer."
I mean, speaking of kids, I sometimes cosplay at like movie premieres and stuff. And
Yeah.
at one point, I was Kristoff for Frozen 2.
Ooh.
And of course, there were a ton of kids there. And we present before the movie starts, and then we get to watch the movie too. But we have to sit next to a bunch of kids. So for those of you who have watched Frozen 2, Kristoff has his own solo for once. He also tries to propose multiple times. And every single time he tries to propose, all of these kids turn their heads towards me with the biggest smirk, like, "Do you remember doing that? Do you remember singing that? Did she say yes?" And I'm just sitting there like, "Can we just watch the movie?" And after the movie, they all kind of went up to me. It was like, "Can you sing the song again?" And I cannot sing. "You do not want to hear me sing." Just sat there like, "Yeah, no, I have a sore throat. No, not tonight." But they're sweet. Every time.
Every time on this show, someone refers to the reaction of the kids, but I personally prefer the reaction of the grown-ups.
Yeah. Well, how so?
I have a Batman cosplay, but it's Adam West's Batman. So the first day I took it out, I actually participated in the cosplay contest on that day. After the contest, some older dude stands in front of me and tells me, "I grew up with that Batman, and watching you on the stage performing was like watching a new episode of the show. It brought me back to my childhood."
I love that. It's one of my
I bet it
favorite
feels
cosplaying. Yeah.
Study the character.
Yeah, that's like the best when you see your childhood characters as a grown up on stage, like someone brought it back and they do it justice. It's so soothing, it's so nice. And I'm always excited to approach somebody and say, like, "Oh my god, you did it justice."
Yes.
I always try to do it as much as I can, because I believe a part of a community to like support each other. Even sometimes a nice word helps.
And it genuinely means so much. I mean, I cosplay
Yeah.
a lot of characters that most people don't recognize because it's always from like an old show or an old movie.
Yeah.
But when they do and they actually come up to tell you that they love it, I get so happy. It's just like, thank you so much. So it means a lot when just walking up and
Yeah.
saying amazing cosplay or just I love that character means
I
everything.
do the same. If you remember an anime called Gatchaman or G-Force, I don't know, there were 5 guys like birds. Yeah, if you
I
remember
do
that
know
one, that was pretty old school. And I remember my audience in conventions being like 50 years old or older than that, and that was my audience, and that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Another day with the same Batman, we were invited to some municipal activities, some art activity that takes like the main streets. So they invited a few cosplayers, and when it was lunchtime, they sent us to a building where we were eating next to the municipal employees. So we were a circle of cosplayers eating on the same table as a bunch of public workers, and the guy sitting next to me is talking to his colleagues. So I was hearing him say, "You can tell they are costumes, but you feel as if you were actually having lunch with the superheroes."
Yeah.
I love that.
Also, like food court memes that are born just from you having the day at the convention, and you're like in between of giving up and just changing out, and when you're starving and grumpy and hot and everything, and then you sit down with your friends to relax and get a bit out of the character or get back into your character. It's so funny. Like a lot of like my friend groups memes were born just from chilling in the food court.
But that's where you get the best pictures.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. To me,
Yeah, those
food
pictures
court
look like the end of the first movie of the Avengers, eating shawarma or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah,
That is
we
exactly
always
what it
relate
looks like.
to that. Yeah. It feels like that, especially like after the convention, like so, especially like 2 or even 3 days convention, and you attend all days, and afterwards, and you're like just, and you all vibe in silence with just munching sounds because food tastes apparently better when you're tired.
It
Exactly.
does.
regardless of age, what's the best comment you've received for one of your cosplays?
I'm gonna have to think about it.
Yeah.
I can also change the question while you think of something.
I
What's
do
the
remember.
strangest- Andres?
I do remember one comment from the Japan's ambassador when I was Ichigo from Bleach, going to it was Japan festival, and I didn't expect the Japan ambassador to come there, and he said, "Very good, your cosplay, very good." He can barely speak Spanish, but he gave me this comment. It was too cool. I wasn't expecting that.
No, I remember some Japanese lady. She was like selling something or taking care of one of the artist alley stands. But I was dressed as Sheik from Zelda, and Sheik has red eyes, so I was wearing red contact lenses. And she looks at my eyes and she's like, "Ah, Akai, Akai desu. Tu wa? Sheik, Shiku. Ah."
I had a similar experience. I was dressed up as Max Goof from a Goofy movie. And I mean, that is a very niche 90s Disney movie that not a lot of people ever heard of, at least not kids. But I was at the store and a kid came up to me so excited because I was Goofy's son. And I'm just standing there like, whoever your parent is, just tell them I love them because they raised you right.
Sure.
I believe I got one comment that really stayed with me, and it actually came from my boyfriend. And he said that I fell in love with you at the first sight when I saw your cosplay. and I was cosplaying Carmilla from Castlevania, the Netflix show, on the last season where she's in a big, huge red, glorious dress and everything. And apparently, he saw me chilling with friends, and he said that my cosplay is really cool. But after we started talking more and everything, he was like, I knew that one day we either gonna be best of friends or you're gonna end me. And mind you, Carmilla is a very, very vicious character. Like she has a permanent resting bee face. Yeah, so I think that's one of my favorite characters to cosplay, and I still rewear the costume up to this day because it's so comfortable, even though the dress weighs almost 5 kilograms on its own.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a really heavy fabric, and it's very luxurious, and I really wanted to, do justice to the character by picking the right fabrics. And back then I was just starting to sew, and getting deep into sewing, and not just it's a stitch, it holds, it's fine. Yeah, because I made the dress from scratch by myself. I made a pattern from zero. There was so much math, and I'm not good in math, but yeah.
And I'm here complaining that my Scarlet cosplay is 3 kilograms of weight.
Yeah, that dress is 5 kilograms plus. To be fair, if we add on also the shoulder pieces and the corsetry inside, but the dress on itself without the embellishments, 5 kilograms and a few extra grams.
I think my Madmartigan armor is roughly the same, right? 5 kilograms or so. Because it's so much material. It's so heavy.
Yeah. That dress, I believe I've put in almost 6 meters of fabric just to get the silhouette correctly. And so it's already inside the dress, and I bought about 8. It's one of my most expensive costumes to this day.
Wow.
Yeah, but I still rewear it because it looks glorious, and I already got an inquiry if I'm gonna sell that dress because somebody wants to wear it, not for cosplay. So that's probably the biggest compliment to me.
I think one of the best comments I realize now was from a friend of mine. I had just done my hiccup performance on stage, and I had worked really hard on making sure it was live. So I'd worked on Hiccup's very distinct accent for quite a while. And I remember they came up to me and they were like, was that you, or was that clips from the movie? Because that was exactly like his voice. You should do voice acting. I was just sitting there like,
wow.
Thank you. I worked really hard. That is probably the best comment I've ever gotten. What?
That's to be proud of. Yeah.
I was so proud. That was really, really kind. I don't think I can do that again, but it was a lot of fun.
Maybe you can.
Maybe I'll work on it.
Have you ever invested on a cosplay element just for the LOLs? Like a reference that only the fans would understand? An inside joke?
Like your X-Men cosplay that says no mutants?
Oh, no more my internet is so horrible. I'm sorry. What did you say?
Yeah, he will show you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing is that back in 2015, I didn't have any Marvel cosplays. But there was an event that they called Marvel Expo. So I was sure that there were going to be X-Men cosplays there. So the day before, I went to the mall and had a t-shirt printed with the logo of the Friends of Humanity. So I made a huge sign that said, "No more mutants."
I love that.
And I was right. There were a lot of X-Men cosplays there.
That is pretty cool.
Cheapest cosplay ever.
For me, I believe a couple of years back, I was cosplaying a gender-bent version of Sukuna from Jujutsu Kaisen. And for the stage performance, I made a bunch of his fingers. Edible fingers.
Oh no.
And they looked so gnarly and so realistic because like I went back onto anime, like tried to get the best snapshot so I can work with something. And my mom is also a pastry chef, like she's a baker and has her own business and everything. So I'm like, Mom, you won't believe it, but I'm asking you about cooking and I'm asking you about pastries and desserts. I need help. So with a big consult from my mother and a judgment that the fingers look too creepy, I made those fingers for the stage performance, and I forgot to bring them in for prejudging. And essentially, I also brought some extras to give to the judges as little tokens because they were sitting up close. But when I grabbed those, I did not grab one for myself to like have a little gulp at the end of a performance. So I'm like, well, this is not going as I expected. But yeah, I made those for shits and giggles. Although they were very tasty.
I didn't make it, but I don't know if any of you have read the latest Hunger Games book, Sunrise on the Reaping.
I'm reading it right now. My friend is sponsoring me.
I'm not gonna. I am not gonna spoil anything, but I cosplayed young Haymitch with my friends for a performance, and milk and red gumdrops are pretty important in the book.
Okay.
So we brought milk and red gumdrops, and we would hand them out to people I knew had read the books. And I don't think I've ever had so many people curse at me or tell me that they hope that my pillow would be warm on both sides. But it was a lot of fun just to watch the reaction on their faces.
Well, at least you got a reaction, and I think if you have a reaction, you did a job well.
I think we did a good job.
Yeah, that's great. What about you, Andres? Have you made anything for like shits and giggles?
Yeah. I last year actually. Do you know the character that's called Bomberman from a video game?
Bomberman.
One second.
Oh, direct reference.
Oh,
It's this guy.
Oh, I've seen it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's from an old video game. There are current video games that basically put bombs to get a path and defeat enemies from Nintendo and PlayStation as well. Yeah, I dressed up. Well, we created this cosplay for me, my wife and I. We created that cosplay, and last Christmas I dressed up this guy as Santa Claus with mustache and a bird and everything. The sack with gifts, and yeah, I said this is not a canon character, but I really want to play that and get gifts for the cosplayers, and I actually did. It worked out just perfect. They called it Bomberman Claus.
I wouldn't be so sure if I would want to accept one of those surprise gifts from Bomberman.
Not all were bombs. Some were chocolates.
Just some, not all.
Did you know that in the past, one of our organizations had in the cosplay rules that it was forbidden to bring explosive animals?
What?
That was an actual rule?
Yes, it was a typo. It was meant to say You're not allowed to bring liquids, explosives, animals, etc. But they missed a comma.
And it
So
became
instead of
Oh.
explosive animals.
explosives and animals, it said explosive animals.
Because it makes you wonder, why did they add that rule? What happened? Who brought an
Yeah,
explosive
yeah.
animal?
Did a game of the exploding kittens go wrong or something?
That's all wrong.
Yeah. Oh no.
It was like that for at least 1 year.
And it stayed like that for a year.
Yes, they held several events throughout the year, but they didn't change the text of the rules.
Did nobody tell them?
We all made fun of it, and they knew it.
It just became a meme.
It's a PR move. They big brain.
There's another object that I made. I have 2 cosplays of Link from Zelda, but still I don't have a sword. And since I don't want to go empty-handed, I made something else from Breath of the Wild.
Oh, that looks
Oh,
so
wow.
good. That looks so
Oh.
good. You did it right. The dubious food.
Yeah.
I don't think it should look good.
I mean, the way you made it does it justice.
Well, maybe not. It doesn't look tasty, but it looks well made. Or still, you know what? I take it all back.
It's
Yeah,
canon.
good idea.
It's just canon. Oh, I can think of so many memes at the convention just with that plate and Link at various locations just looking absolutely wasted, and that food is just dropped nearby, and you know what happened immediately.
That's a good idea. One day I'm gonna just drop on the floor and have someone take me a picture next to this thing.
Yeah, it works. You're welcome. Content generated at your service.
Yes.
I see that we are already 1 hour beyond the start of the show.
Yeah, I don't know how long do you usually go for with these interviews?
Yeah, that was about to be my question.
I always say that the script is meant for 1 hour, but we overextended this time.
I guess we like to talk.
Yeah, good vibes.
Also cool.
Also, cats. They're just picture perfect. I cannot complain.
Yes, I'm sorry. They are very, very attention seeking all the time.
Do not apologize. We are blessed in their presence.
I don't
Is
mind
it a
if we
boy
stay here
or a
longer.
girl?
It's more
Both
to-
of them are boys.
Boys are technically more affectionate as cats.
Yeah. This guy, he hates other people, but he loves me. So he's
Aw.
terrified of others, but he will cling to me whenever he can, like this.
Yeah,
It's my cat.
that's what my old cat used to do. I couldn't step a foot into my own house up until I pick him up, put it on my shoulder, like he's gonna get me. And then I would only then try to dress down like my coat or jacket or whatnot and continue with my activities, but the cat would permanently be attached to my shoulder. Yeah, he was the sweetest boy.
I love clingy Velcro cats. My other cat, on the other hand, he loves me, but he also loves everyone. Excuse the language, but he's a slut. He will sell me for cuddles and kibble.
And tube treats, perhaps.
So if you do that, he will love you forever. I already have one friend who insisted on marrying him, so.
Well, speaking of tube treats and cats and whatnot, I have a friend who has 2 boy cats, and they're really sweet. Like, one is really clingy and he's very vocal and very present, and the other one, he likes his owner the most, like my friend's boyfriend. And she invited me once over, to greet the cats and whatnot. And I'm like, I'm gonna be your cat's godmother. I adopt them as my godchildren. I want to be in their life. I need them and everything. And I, as a token of goodwill, when I arrived, I brought some tube treats. And I fed the kitties. They were absolutely lovely. And then the second kitty was basically all evening just spent on my lap while we were playing Monopoly Pokemon version. It was so fun, but the kitty was just resting on my lap the whole entire time. And as I was leaving, my friend was like, "Oh, so when would you like to come next for the cat therapy session?" And I'm like, "Anytime, invite me, I'll come over. Do you take payment in treats?" And she's like, "Ask the therapist." Yeah.
Oh, that is amazing.
Yeah, it was really sweet, and I can't wait for my next therapy session. Is the cheapest one the money can buy, and I'm blessed to take
Best
it.
one. The best one too.
Yeah.
Cat therapy.
Yeah, like the
It's true.
sweetest little boys, and they're like really young, and one is white with the black tail, and the other is black with the white like little booties on the paws, and it's so cute.
Aw.
Don't tell me that. My wife is trying to convince me to bring a cat to the family.
Oh, you should.
Get a
You
cat.
absolutely
Get a cat.
should.
You think so?
Cats bring good fortune and protect you
100%.
from all sorts of things.
Yeah, she used to have a cat. Yeah, passed away, but she wants a cat like
Aw.
once again. Yeah.
Plus, they're very independent and very, very clean animals. So, if you're thinking and debating, I think you should,
Yeah.
especially if your wife wants it.
Mhm.
She'll
Boy
love you
cats-
forever.
Boy cats are super super
Affectionate.
cozy, affectionate. Orange cats are pure chaos.
Well, that's because they have one brain cell and they share it all around the globe. So,
exactly. I mean, I love orange cats so much, but at the same time, I kind of wish I didn't get a orange cat. I've had two.
Oh, did it go that badly?
I mean, I love them, but there's a reason why I call him the menace.
Okay, I'll tell her the cosplay international community officially authorized me to bring a cat to the family.
Definitely get a cat.
I highly encourage you to do so, especially
Yes.
because the more you say no to it right now, essentially your wife's gonna win.
Yeah.
And later you'll be the snuggliest little bear with that kitten.
Yes.
Like that cat probably will love you the most. And your heart will melt and it will be wonderful.
I can confirm that that's what happened to my dad.
Yeah, that's what happened to my dad when we had our boy.
It's like that. I guess it's a meme. Like, my wife wanted a cat, I didn't, so we compromised and got two. It's gonna be like that.
Yeah.
Officially, I have one cat. But
Oh, you too.
Unofficially,
There's,
okay. Unofficially, I'm curious.
there's another cat roaming around the rooftops here that is, I call it imposter because it looks just like my cat. The
Oh,
difference is that my cat is white with a orange back, and the other cat is orange with a white back.
Oh wow.
But if you don't know them, if you don't recognize it, you might mistake one for the other.
It's a glitch in the Matrix.
I think it's the missing twin.
Mm-hmm.
You have to adopt it.
They're
There's
connected.
no other way.
The
It
cat
thinks it
distribution
lives
system
here.
chose you.
No, do it officially. Adopt it. Take it to the family. Protect it.
Unless someone else owns it, of course.
Oh yeah, then it's a little bit more tricky, but not impossible.
There are
It
ways.
already thinks it lives here. It's stealing my cat's food and sleeps in my living room.
it's already your cat.
Yeah, it's your cat. Yeah,
I
you're
did-
very human.
Have a neighbor's cat last year. spend like a week outside my apartment, and she would sometimes come in and eat my cat's food while they just stood there like, how are we supposed to react to this? Like,
I think they froze up.
oh no! Damn it.
Oh, and they're
And we're
back.
Nope, they were like, I guess we have a sister now.
Family expansion. Sorry, the main expansion. Additional cat.
But she did have an owner who just, well, I wasn't a fan of the person, but she did have an owner, so she was safe. I couldn't steal her, unfortunately.
She may have an owner that was picked for her, but she chose you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Story
Unfortunately,
with
I
the
moved, so.
foster cat
Hmm?
is that the original owner passed away, so now it became like a stray cat.
It's not
And-
straight. It's living with you.
For some
Oh.
reason,
Exactly.
for some reason, it ended up coming here frequently, and now that's why I say it thinks it lives here.
See,
Yeah,
that's
no.
the perfect opportunity to adopt a second cat.
Yeah. The cat distribution system has decided.
Yes.
My wife always speaks about it. The cat distribution
Yeah,
system
it's very
has not
real.
come to our house.
Yeah,
Everyone
it's
should have
very
cats.
real. Yeah, they're the greatest.
Hey, buddy.
I still have a few questions here about
Yes.
cosplay related.
Let's go.
Not cat related.
Not
fair,
cat
fair.
related.
I had one, but it was like a troll question. Andres knows that in the past I used to ask a lot of surreal questions. Again, it was a two-part question. The first one was, can you tell me how many cosplayers does it take to change a light bulb?
It depends on the cosplay. I feel like it's
On
a
the
trick
costume.
question.
Depends on the cosplay.
Uh-huh.
So it's all relative.
Yes.
Yeah, agree.
What's the answer? I need to know.
Actually do need to know.
I'm asking because I don't know.
I feel like it would depend on the cosplay, totally.
Yeah, it depends on the cosplay of the character. Like,
Mhm.
because some of them can just like that, and some of them taking off the armor, removing the gloves, then getting themselves to the store and everything. And it could be multiple people to ask. Cosplay helpers are a thing.
It also depends on whether or not the cosplayer has ADHD and
Oh, yeah,
forgets
yeah,
to
getting
change the light bulb. That's my issue.
Can also happen.
Mm-hmm.
Can anyone tell me how many light bulbs does it take to change a cat?
What?
That's the
threw that in
cat-related
there.
question I have.
Oh my god.
Let's ask the representative of cats.
What do you think? But for you, yeah, I mean, you don't have a light bulb in your head, so. For him, it's at least 100.
At least 100.
Yeah, for this guy at least.
Let's go with
Yeah.
that.
I mean, there's
Okay.
nothing between those ears of his. Absolutely nothing. Not a single thought in his head.
Yeah, I'm just looking at him, and in my head, I see this little buffer circle going like in YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, are we making fun of you? I'm sorry.
What I
He
was
doesn't want to
actually about
change the light bulb.
He's not changing the light bulb.
No.
No.
Oh, he is not. Oh, no.
What I was actually about to ask is, what's the strangest material you have used on one of your cosplays, or the most unusual?
Ooh.
Water bottles.
I've done that.
Yeah, it was really weird for me, but and then before I discovered the magic of screw caps on water bottles, it was large screws, like wood screws, really chunky, really large, in order to get like ponytails and buns and everything to stick out. Mind you, that wig never survived, but the screw itself did.
To kind of throw it back to the dress, the pink dress, inflatable boobs, probably the worst thing I've had to use for a cosplay, because I don't. We had these inflatable boobs for like a wrestling game. It was really stupid, but for some reason I kept them and figured I might get to use them, and then I realized I could use them in the dress, so I kept them solely for that. So now my pink dress has inflatable boobs in them. That's probably the weirdest thing I've ever used for a cosplay.
About Andres?
It's curious, but I can't remember mine, but I remember yours, Dimas, that it was some bubble gum or some gummies like that. Am I
No, it was
wrong?
jelly.
Jelly.
It was
Yeah.
jelly. Back to my Falco cosplay. He and Fox in Super Smash Bros. They have a reflector. Its function is to deflect the attacks, the projectiles of the opponents, but it has this shape. It's supposed to be a green light. Yeah, they keep it on their hip. But I've never been. I've never liked the idea of tampering with electronics for my cosplays. So I don't like using lights or anything with batteries.
It's probably the one
So-
thing I can't put my hand around. I just don't know how to do it.
I actually
Yeah, so-
enjoy it a lot.
You do.
I do, because I was really good in physics at school, and electrical circuits was one of my favorite subjects. But it's basically that each circuit is in a nutshell, just a basic circuit. It's so easy to put well together, and like without causing a house fire or something, or igniting you and melting your cosplay. It's that easy. What gets complicated if you want to animate the lights. That's when I also struggle, but I really do enjoy when other people use lights, and I'm always curious how they do it, and obviously I will try to put some lights into my cosplay too, if I'll be able to in time without crunching.
In this
Don't
case, this
crunch
is
people.
not a light. This is not a light bulb. This is a pack of jelly.
Oh, wow.
How old is it?
Let's say that I wouldn't dare to open it.
Oh,
But
it's
it
those. We
still says
had
jelly
those
here.
before. Yeah, I know of these. I used to eat them alive as a child. Oh, that's brilliant.
As you can see, it's not glued or anything. It's just a little.
Yeah, and if it gets
thing to the
squished, it
home.
bounces right back.
Mhm.
Absolutely genius.
That was my solution for not using LEDs. And you could argue if it's edible or if it was at some point.
I mean, it's sugar, mainly sugar, and that's a preservative.
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm still not sure if I would try eating it, but You do you, I guess.
I mean, that's an emergency stash.
Emergency, exactly, that's the word. Already asked you what's the most outrageous thing you've done on stage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you can see it here, but there's a picture of oh my god, that is bright. It's a picture of the dress.
Oh dear Lord,
the
those are
inflatable
big
boots.
bazonkas.
Yeah,
Those are some bazonkas.
because in the movie he wears it as a disguise and then he pulls it off,
Yeah.
which is what I did on stage. But I had to make them comically massive.
Quality work there.
Turn that down again. There you go. There we go. I did have a few friends who tried to motorboat me because of it. We would stand backstage during the competition and they'd be like, "Can I just? May I? May I?" At least they asked.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Consent is important, people.
Yeah.
When I crossplay, my female friends ask for permission to touch my boobs.
Exactly.
I mean, it's nice. It's nice when you ask and people appreciate it. So
It's nice.
So ask me if the men don't stare at me in a weird way, and I'm like, how am I supposed to know that? Why would I look at other men and how they look at me?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Have you ever arrived at a convention just to realize you're missing a piece of your cosplay?
When haven't I?
Yeah.
All the time.
All the time.
Well, not all the time, but it happens a lot.
It used to happen a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember I was dressing up as Rick O'Connell from The Mummy at a convention in Sweden, and I forgot his what is it called? His scarf at home in Norway. And I freaked out because it's kind of important. And then I look at the pillowcase at my friend's place. It has the exact same blue shade, exact same size. So I used the pillowcase instead. Walked around the convention with a pillowcase around my neck. No one knew.
Nobody's gonna know.
The job.
Nobody's gonna know.
Nobody's gonna know.
They're gonna know.
Yeah. For me, I was just after, before the move to my new place, but I was moving my stuff from one city to another, and I had a convention, and I arrived there. I go into changing rooms, and I'm talking to my colleagues. I was a judge in that convention, and I'm like, crap. And they're like, what's wrong? Did something break? And I'm like, I forgot the shoes. So I was not wearing my Canon golden heels. I was in some clunky little booties, judging for accuracy and performances. Meanwhile, my own cosplay is not complete, as in my shoes are missing, which are very canon. And I came back home, and for the life of me, I couldn't find those shoes. And then as we were moving stuff, like after the convention, I believe it was like a month passed, and I'm loading more stuff for transportation, and I'm like, there it is. They're just glitzing at me like little sparkles and glitter. Those were my shoes. They were supposed to be with me. Yeah. Yeah, I felt such an imposter, when people come into the room for the prejudging and everything, and they're
It's
like,
like, how dare you judge someone you can't even remember your shoes?
and I'm like sitting here with incomplete costume myself. I felt like such an imposter, but that's just my thing, and because I do have a really severe case of perfectionism, so it does play a lot into all that. But yeah. Now it's pretty funny, but I try not to forget that such important things, at least that the ones that are canon.
What about Andres?
That happened to me when I went to Mexico to La Mole convention. I forgot a pair of shoes for a Lloyd character, but yeah, these were very simple to purchase, like one pair in a Mexican store, in a shoe store. But I do remember that I was going to cosplay Hawkeye as well. So I had my bow and yeah, I had a gun for my Leon cosplay. And before getting through the airport, through the flight, um, they said no, you can bring those because the pistol, the gun looks like a gun, but I said it's plastic, and they said no. Inside the cameras that detect things on your baggage, they look like weapons. So you can bring a bow and a gun in your bag. In your bags. So I had to improvise when I was in Mexico, purchase another plastic gun, and yeah, for the bow, I couldn't find anything that worked. So I went to a Walmart and found those things to clean your windshield for your car. The ones that I can't remember the word in English, but I found one of those, and that worked really fine as a bow. That completed my cosplay in Mexico. But yeah, I had to be improvise a lot.
It's often what cosplay is, though, improvising at the last minute.
I mean, that's just creation process, really improvising to make something that is not really real.
Would have never thought of that.
Well, we kind of pull it from the reference most of the time if it's anime or whatever, like big, huge, impossible hair, and we make it happen somehow. It's just improvising and seeing if it works.
In my case, last year, in one small convention here, I forgot my wig. According to me, I was about to cosplay Sheo Gorath from Skyrim, and I already got into the changing room. I was putting all my outfit together. I was only missing the wig. I was looking for it in my backpack, in all my bags, and I didn't bring it.
Oof.
For some reason, I was thinking that on the way back, once the event was over, I was gonna change into a normal street clothes. So I had a gray T-shirt inside the backpack. That T-shirt became my wig.
That is
You can
amazing.
see the picture here. That's me wearing a T-shirt.
Ah, yes. But that looks good, though.
But it works.
It works.
Oh, wow. Nice job.
Oh, that is good.
Yes, it was here at home all the time. I didn't actually lose it.
Will you ever go back to it? Or will you wear the shirt again?
I do remember forgetting my entire suitcase at home and didn't realize until I was at the convention, about 2 hours away. So I had to take the train all the way back to get it, and then all the way back again. And missed like half the convention, but
Oh no.
Is that for a contest?
Fine. I don't think it was. No, I don't think it was for a contest. I wanted to hang out with my friends, and we had group cosplays. No, wait. Actually, it was for a contest. It was for a performance competition. But I got it in time, and we actually ended up winning that competition. So
That's what I was about to ask.
So it was worth it, essentially.
It was worth it. It was.
I know that I say that I never ask personal questions, but at the end of one episode, one of the guests started asking the rest of the people, is your profession related to cosplay?
No,
No.
not at all.
I mean, what I work with? Because yeah, I mean, I work as a cosplay instructor, so.
Oh, yes.
Good.
And I do non-profit charity within the cosplay community, but I don't get paid for that.
It's not that common to have a job
Your
related
hobby
to
as a job.
Mhm.
It's not, and I never expected it would happen. But my mom, she passed away years ago, but she always said that I think that you're gonna work with cosplay. That's gonna be your career. And I was just like, no, it's never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. And then I think it was 6 months before she passed away, I got the job as a cosplay instructor, and I've been working there ever since. So my mom was right.
Yeah.
But I never believed that I would actually work with something that I love like this.
Moms are always right.
Moms are always right. That is
Yeah.
true.
Have such
Yeah, I mean-
professions here, like cosplay instructor.
Wait, what?
We don't have such professions here, like cosplay instructor.
Yeah, no, it's still kind of new. I helped set up a different cosplay workshop where I volunteered, and then I quit that because I got the instructor job. It's still kind of like, this is very niche, but my boss is very interested in it, wants me to make it bigger, and it's very exciting. So, but it's still very new, very like, what is this? We just had a showcase today where 2 of my students had a competition on stage with fake swords. In one of them was cosplaying Ciri from The Witcher, and the other was cosplaying Merida from Brave. And they were introduced on stage as something unique and different, because usually in these showcase competitions you have people singing or dancing. You don't have cosplayers. But it was a lot of fun and very exciting to watch them compete.
I let that question pass because this show, the online version of this show, was inspired by another live stream that a cosplayer friend used to have back in 2022.
Mm.
She did it on Instagram and she only invited one guest. That's why I despise Instagram, because let's imagine that one guest has to cancel at the last minute and there's no one else, or
Yeah.
the internet fails or something happens, they get stuck at work.
Yeah.
So it's complicated. But once I was the last guest of that show, and they, besides asking me the regular info, they asked me before starting the show, they asked me what my profession was. And they kept insisting in putting together cosplay and what I did. And I was like, why do you keep saying that? But the very last question was, how did I implement what I do for work in cosplay? So I took like a detour, and I told her, I'm not going to talk about what I do for work, but I'm going to talk about what I studied, which is different. Because I edit my own videos for my skits. I synchronize the music, and if I need to record my voice or some speech, that's what I do. That's the technical stuff I can do related to what I studied. But I don't really have any relation between my career and my hobby of cosplay.
That's cool. I kind of do the same because I studied engineering, but when I say what relation do I have with cosplay is that I find solution for problems, as well as finding how to build a new cosplay, a new armor, put some lights on it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Not too related to what I do for work.
Have you ever arrived at a convention and found a cosplay you wouldn't have thought someone would ever conceive to do and left you impacted?
Yes.
Tell
So
us.
one of my friends, she did. She's quite a tall girly and very muscular, like built like an absolute goddess she is. And I really admired her looks without the cosplay. And then I saw her performance on stage where she came in with her friend and they cosplayed from Lord of the Rings, where um, the two gray mages, the bad one and the good one, I keep forgetting the names, forgive me. Yeah, so they were like fighting and everything, and then the music snaps and they pull off the robes and they're like magical girls, like Sailor Moon inspired. I was screaming my heart out when I saw it because it was so funny, it was so good. And essentially they placed first place, and I approached them immediately, like after the convention and the after party, and I then made a really, really good friend. But I love that performance so much. It was so good.
Can you tell me the question again?
Have you ever arrived at a convention and found a cosplay you wouldn't have thought someone would even conceive to do and left you impacted?
Oh, I'm sure there has been definitely some cosplays. I just can't think of a single one right now.
How about Andres?
I do remember the Powerpuff Girls, but the male versions. I don't know if you remind them. You remember them when they
I
have
do.
hairy legs and beards and the mask. They were the three of them.
A
Yeah, I
wrestler man.
remember that.
Do you maybe he remembers?
I do.
Yeah.
Oh,
I believe I
That
saw
is
the
great.
pictures of those cosplayers somewhere amongst Reddit, and I was laughing my ass off because how do you even come up with that? But it looks so genuine. I loved it so much.
Speaking of muscular girls, actually, it was one of them who inspired me to do my Jade cosplay from Mortal Kombat. We have a cosplayer here who is a bodybuilder, and many years ago, she cosplayed Jade from MK9. Also, there was another guy who cosplayed another version of Jade. And the funny thing is that everybody thought he was a girl. It-
Successful catfish.
as long as he didn't speak, you couldn't be sure if that was a man or a lady. So those
Yeah.
two individuals inspired me to cosplay Jade. So this is my version of Jade.
that is so cool.
I mean, I know I'm not a. I
It's
don't have
convincing.
the.
It's convincing.
It is.
I know I don't
And-
have the wasp waist, but considering my bodybuilder friend, then I try to give it a shot, and this is what resulted, what came out.
Also, I have a quick question, technical question. What is the golden pots, like armor pots, made out of? Because I don't believe it's CVA foam.
Nope, it's not foam.
Is it fabric?
Well, actually, when I ask about the unusual materials, that's
Yeah.
vinyl. The golden parts are vinyl.
Oh,
I thought it was, yeah.
it looks so good.
They look stiff like armor because underneath they have cutouts of expired credit cards.
Putting your money to work, literally.
Yes.
Posting
Oh, that
of
is
money.
really cool. I do remember I think it was not. I don't think it was the first time I went to Nordic Cosplay Championship. But it was one of the times where Tinyasu was competing with his what is it called? Alice. What is it? Alice in Madness.
Alice Madness Returns.
Yes. And at the time I did not know who he was at all. So I genuinely thought it was a girl on stage. It looked so convincing. I was not sure what I was watching, but he had like 3 different costume changes. And they were all so smooth and so well done. There's like no wonder he won. But I just stood there like, so this is cosplay. That's when I realized, wow, this is what you can do with cosplay. And it was extremely inspiring. I have yet to do a good costume change like that, but still, it was amazing. And every time I see him compete, I'm just like, this dude needs to stop. He's too good. Incredible cosplayer.
Personally, the cosplay that impacted me was maybe it's similar to Andres' experience. It's a simple costume. It's nothing too complicated, nothing out of this world. But it's from a very old game that I myself was considering to cosplay someday, and I was never expecting to find a cosplay of Manny Calavera from Grim Fandango in one of our events. It wasn't super complicated, but the whole idea that someone besides me thought about it and even executed it left me. I mean, I never forget that cosplay. Before we complete that 2 hours of the show, I want to ask you one last question. If you could choose one person you would think would accept being on this show, who would it be?
Oh man. Let me check up my friend list.
I
You
believe I
can
do
also
have a
send me their
friend.
names on Instagram if you don't have them right now.
Yeah, I believe I would recommend a girl named Rasanka. I will send you the details in the chat. But yeah, I think she would really enjoy this.
I have a couple of friends. A girl, her cosplay name is Foam Fox. Incredible cosplayer. Does a lot of lights and stuff like that. And she's a literal rocket science. Like rocket scientist. It's crazy.
Oh,
and Dishy Crafts. He's a fantastic cosplayer. In the Netherlands, I think. It's really, really good. I think he would probably accept an invitation.
Okay.
I can send you a message as well.
That's what I was about to ask.
Yeah.
And I was going to suggest you I don't know if you have seen Corian, the last guest at a convention here in Costa Rica, and she's from Mexico. She does amazing reels. You might have to contact her, but yeah, she might be willing to come to an interview. Yeah, it's come a couple times to our country. Yeah, and she's so cool.
We'll see about that. Once
Yeah.
I tried contacting a Mexican cosplayer, and it turned out to be
No.
way above her head, let's say. So I'm gonna cut the transmission here. You don't need to go anywhere if you don't want to. I'm just putting an end to the episode.
Cool.
And as I always say, everything is relative except that which is absolute. In that case, it would be absolutely relative. If you like this episode, share it with your friends. If you didn't like this episode, share it with your enemies. I'll see you in the future or in the past.
Peace out.